Have you ever wondered why some people achieve greatness while others give up halfway? Today, I will share with you the story of Eleanor, a grandmother whose discipline turned pain into power. This story might just change your life. Daniel, a 19-year-old university student, sat in his room with books open in front of him, yet his focus was elsewhere. His phone consumed his attention as he scrolled endlessly. Frustration weighed heavy on him, and at last he sighed. His grandmother, Eleanor, watched him quietly while knitting, her calmness contrasting his restlessness. Daniel finally spoke, his voice filled with defeat. "Grandma, I just can't do this. I try to stay focused, but I fail every time." His eyes reflected hopelessness, as though giving up was the only option left. Maybe discipline and success are not meant for me. Eleanor placed her knitting aside and looked at him with a warm smile. "Discipline saved my life, Daniel. I know you feel lost now, but let me tell you my story. Perhaps then you will understand." Eleanor began her tale by recalling her childhood. At 12 years old, she had lost both her parents. Life had suddenly become cruel, and she was sent to live with relatives who provided shelter but little affection. She had no shoes, no money, and no comfort. Yet every morning she rose before the sun and walked miles to a small school. Children mocked her for wearing torn clothes and carrying old books. Neighbors whispered that education was useless for a girl. But Eleanor ignored the noise. She told herself that discipline would open doors that were closed to her. She studied late at night under candlelight, her hands trembling from exhaustion. Her persistence bore fruit when she became the first girl in her village to graduate high school. She was not the smartest or the wealthiest, but she was the most consistent. Years later, Eleanor married a kind man, but poverty followed them like a shadow. There were days when dinner meant nothing more than bread and water. Raising 3 children with no financial stability seemed impossible. Yet once again, Eleanor leaned on her one unshakable weapon: discipline. She created structure where there was chaos. Every morning, she cooked and cleaned. By day, she taught neighborhood children to earn a little income. By evening, she gathered her own children and helped them with their studies. It was exhausting, but discipline kept her going. Eleanor looked directly into Daniel's eyes as her story returned to the present. Discipline, my dear, is not a punishment. It is a form of love. Love for your future self. Success is not built in one day. It is built daily. Without discipline, even the brightest talent is wasted. Daniel sat in silence, her words echoing in his mind. That very night, he switched off his phone, closed his distractions, and opened his books. Each time laziness whispered to him, he remembered his grandmother walking barefoot for miles. Days turned into weeks. Slowly, Daniel built a disciplined routine of early mornings and focused study hours. Moments of prayer and proper rest gave him strength. His confidence began to grow, fueled by Eleanor's story. Years later, Daniel stood in his graduation gown inside a grand auditorium. The crowd clapped as he received his degree, but his eyes searched for only one person. In the front row sat Eleanor, frail with age but glowing with pride. Daniel stepped down from the stage, walked straight to his grandmother, and knelt before her. Placing the degree in her trembling hands, he whispered, "This belongs to you, Grandma. You taught me discipline. You gave me strength when I had none." Tears welled in Eleanor's eyes as she smiled at him lovingly. With a trembling voice, she whispered, "Remember, Daniel, dreams don't work unless you do, and nothing works without discipline. Life will test you with failure, pain, and doubt. But the bridge between dreams and reality is discipline. Build that bridge, and nothing will be impossible. If Eleanor's story touched your heart, leave a heart in the comments. Share this with someone who needs discipline, and subscribe for more life-changing stories.